Hey everybody, a bit of a video for the Toyota owners, or any makes or models really. You've got a shift lock button that's stuck in, you push it in and it sticks in there and it doesn't come out. And one of the kids could put it into out of park and into reverse without putting their foot on the brake, because you need to put your foot on the brake or press this button. This was jammed. I'm going to show you how to free it up. Basically, long story short, see all this dirt and debris, sand and rubbish. If you're a piglet and you're a grot and you fill your car with rubbish, that's the car that's going to have this problem, because none of my vehicles have that problem. But when you buy a vehicle secondhand from someone that is obviously a piglet, you can see all the mess, and this after I've cleaned a little bit. Look, I get it, cars get dirty, but you know, how dirty? The other thing is, see this leather, they actually wear through, because where the leather sags down. I'll go to the vehicle in a minute and show you what causes that damage as well. Not much you can do to avoid it, but I'm sure you can probably replace this. I should probably buy one before I put this video out, because everyone will go and buy all the last ones. But anyway, look, shift lock button works. That was jammed before. What I'll do, I'll open it up and have a look at the mechanism underneath it. All right, so when you push the button, I'll just show you what it looks like. Put my finger around there, right? So when you push the button, it goes like that and it pushes down. Before I was doing that, I was making all sorts of noises like something was jammed in there. I blew a lot of compressed air in there. I sprayed a little bit of silicone spray. For me, I kept the car clean, so dirt and debris isn't going to stick to that. That's just going to help lubricate everything. But neither of that worked. But what did work, I just had to keep persisting, and all of a sudden, no noise, and it just works how it is, because there would have been a bit of sand or debris or something jammed in between the button there. So I'm just going to quickly go to the car and show you how to get it out. So in part of that process is taking a look here at what I've undone, handbrake, the knobs and whatever. It's pretty easy. I want to show you the clips though. Those usual sort of Toyota clips, they can be a bit tight, but they usually don't break. Pretty easy to get out. So take note of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those yellow clips, and take note of these clips here where the drink holders screw on, the zip at the bottom of the handbrake, and the gear knobs for the low range and the shift selector. This is our V6 120, and you can just typically see what a vehicle looks like. See down there, a bit of surface rust on everything as well. That's probably, like, it probably goes to the beach, and a bit of salt and sand and salt spray in general. If you keep your vehicle really clean, you're not going to get anywhere near this amount of debris down under there. But it's not a big deal, but you know I'm going to spend some time and clean it. And have a look at the shift assembly here, right? This is the deal, right? This is how all this works. So it can't come out of park now, right? And you need to press here to get it to come out. So that's the little button that gets pressed. So there could be an issue here with yours, but most likely it's just that little button that's jammed up. And this assembly here, if you're rough with changing gears as well, so you need to be just nice and gentle when you do this, and you won't have any issues. But if you're really rough with a shifter, further down in here, I'm not going to pull it apart and go into too much detail, but you can break the plastic, and I haven't broken the plastic in our 120 or the previous owner in 460, what is up to, nearly 460,000 Ks, so you shouldn't have any issues. If you do, there's a little kit you can buy. You just got to search online. And basically what it does, it changes the lengths of the little shaft and the spring to basically give it more support in the plastic. So even if it's broken away, it'll probably solve your problem. So if you've got an issue with that, that's cool. But what I wanted to show you is process. This drink holder, right? Take the 2 screws out. You've got to take that dirty plastic cover, and then there's 2 screws sitting there. Pop those 2 screws out. Then this literally just pulls up, right? It's got a couple of clips on it as well. See those yellow ones on the back there? Did I lose my screws? No, that's good. It's always good if the light comes on. Yeah, light on's always good, thanks. These side trims, you need to pull up, right? So these hook in at the front like that, and they just pull up at the back. Again, I'll show you the clips. So you got the yellow clip and the white clips there. So you start at this end, you just got to kind of get a grip with your fingers. Get your fingers sort of a bit, not slippery, but wet, sticky kind of, so you can wipe them on a damp cloth and then pull up, and they'll be a bit damp, and they'll just grip up on this, and these just sort of pull up. So that's the first process, popping these off each side, these grotty things, right? Not from the front, from the back. See where the pink clips are at the back, and it'll follow through. Basically, I could show you, but then I'd need someone to hold the camera. So they just basically come up like that, and then that unhooks. It's really easy. unscrew the two knobs. That's real easy. Unzip the handbrake. Once you've got that drink holder section out, the whole thing will just lift up. You can see where those clips go. I wanted to do it this way to show you. See, the clips go there, there, there. Once you get it loose, you kind of need to, you feel like you're going to break it at the front, but it does eventually pop out, and you're going to need to do a lot of cleaning. And you're going to need to undo this plug before you lift it up too far. There's a bit of movement there. It can be a bit fiddly, but I want to show you. Press down on the back of that plug there, and you can see where it holds just there, right? So there's only one plug on the 120 GXL. I'm going to give this a good vac and clean out as much as I can and get it all back together. But the whole reason I pulled it apart was to fix that shift lock thing, which is in the button above, luckily, and that's what I thought it was. But if you need to access anything else down here, your handbrake cable adjustment is also down here. You can see the nut right in the middle of the picture there, that 12mm nut down there. I'm not saying this is where you should come and adjust your handbrake. It needs to be done at the shoes, but if there's a bit of stretch in the cable over the ears, it might need a slight adjustment also, but you shouldn't need to go in here really once, and then maybe a bit of lubrication on that shaft there, because as you'll notice when we shift it, that's what moves. So I might just give that a good clean up and just put a very small amount of lubrication there. I don't know what yet. I'm going to have it analyze what sort of grease is already there and make a decision. And you also probably want to have it in about neutral and the handbrake up when you're lifting the console on and off, right? So undo your knobs, undo your zip, take your drink holder out, take your side trims off, pop it up at the front, back, whatever. Once you've got all the clips loose, undo the plug, lift the handbrake up, and put this in about neutral, and you'll be able to lift the whole thing off and give it all a good clean up your button, get it all back together, and that's it. Look, I've just given it a quick clean. That's about as good as it's going to get, but I just wanted to show you, you know how the leather was ripped? It sort of hangs down around here, and see these sharp edges here? That's what really messes with that thing. So just, it's not much you can do about it really. It's just a bit too baggy, and they hang down in this area here. So I don't know what the solution is. I'll do a bit more cleaning, but I just want to let you know about that. Okay, so I've vacuumed it, I've scraped it, I've wiped it, I've blown it with compressed air, and actually these components I took out and hit with a pressure wash. It was just bloody disgusting. So they're all pretty much like new except for some staining, close range pressure washing. The other idea is you could get some paint. If you're not happy with these trims, you could get some paint and just give it a touch up. And you know, I'm not going to do that today, but I might do that one day because it just gets rid of all that wear and tear. And if you put a clear gloss over, it can look really good. So just some more ideas, something to think about. You can get that, what's it called? That, you know, that carbon fiber look, and stick that on if you like, whatever, right? Plenty of things to fix on this old 120 V6 wear and tear items. So there'll be a lot of video. So sit this on, get it over the handbrake, get your gear sticks through the hole, plug your plug in, click, make sure you hear it go click. Look, button still works, beautiful. And basically once you get over those clips there, it's literally just going to go, well, what am I doing wrong? Always in a video. All right, just give it a push and they'll all just, that's it. They're all clipped in place now, all right? So that's that. All I'm going to do now is put the knobs on, let the handbrake down. So like I said, screws those on. No point overdoing it. You can go another turn if you want, you know what I mean? Just go to where it just feels about right. Don't, just tight enough so it doesn't go anywhere, right? They could probably both go another turn. Anyway, so it's plugged in, it's clipped in. Handbrake, just slide that seam there. There's a little gap that it sits in, and you pull the zip up and fold the bottom of it down just at the right time, and it all just sits in nicely. Anyway, this one, easy actually. Open the console lid. It's just mess in there at the moment. So this is really just cleaning. It's not even repairs. I mean, this job here, that was stuck down, and it was all about the cleaning that I came across. So you just line this one up and literally just go like that, and there's two clips here that'll just push in. Now you got your two screws. You can see the water still from when I washed it. That's how fast I work. Couple of screws. I'm going to put those two screws in, put the rubber there, and then might as well do these trims now and show you that. So literally, so if I didn't show you pulling it apart, putting it together, just hook the front in like that, right, and then just sort of push it forward as it goes in, and literally there, wasn't quite in, but like I said, these Toyota trims, very forgiving. Even I don't break them. So And like, you know, so you just see there's like a little hook there. It sort of hooks in and then you line it, get the handbrake out of the way. A few clicks, right? And it'll sort of hook in and sort of push forward as the clips go in, sort of thing. Right, that's it, it's hooked in, right? That's it. Nothing's broken, nothing's going to rattle. Look at that, the whole lot has been out back together. Just put those screws in. A little bit of corrosion on those heads because they are grots, but they'll all get covered up by that drink holder. Did I just put that the wrong way? Yeah, I think that maybe sits better the other way. Yeah, that's better. So there is actually a front to back, unless this one's, and anyway, it might be stained, but at least it's all nice and clean now. Beautiful, job done. Final wipe up. And why do I want this working? Well, for safety, so because before you could just, well, that's not working too well, is it? Because what have I done wrong? Because that should not come out. So that's interesting. Okay, well that wasn't the plan, was it, people? Because at the start of the video, before I started, that button was sticking down and this was going like that, and we don't want that to do that. So I don't know so it's all got to come apart again, and it's not going to be happening today, so it'll be another video. I'll let you know the findings, so subscribe, turn the bell on, because the idea is safety. You don't want that to be able to, someone can just grab it or button. Oh, hang on, there it is. Maybe I never put it back in properly. Anyway, it might come good. So I'm not going to pull it apart yet, because see how now it doesn't, and the idea is push the button. Maybe the button wasn't coming up all the way, right? Right, so, okay, it's working now. It's fixed itself. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe the button wasn't up, needed a bit more knocking around. But that was jammed all the way down. It was certainly dangerous. That's the first problem. And now here we are on the hoist. When we parked the car on the hoist, we put the handbrake off and we pressed the button. We didn't have to press the button, so we want it there. Later models don't have it. It's a bit of a pain. Got to pull the cover off and muck around. K-on's got one for the 150 Prado, the later ones if you want one, but they made that for me. Awesome, thanks for that. And that's a video. Bada bing. Hope you got some info out of it. If you did, hit the like button. I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.